Hello everyone and welcome to NetWay's YouTube channel. In previous video we have learned how to create variables dynamically during the run of a playbook. And we haven't done it just for fun, we are going to use this information now. Our next task is to configure the same community string on all the routers in our network. But this time we will capture our variable data a bit different. Last time we just used standard Ansible iOS command module, and this time we are going to use a special module called NTC Show Command. For those of you who don't know, NTC stands for Network to Code. It is a company that champions network automation, and they wrote their own modules for Ansible, making it much easier to extract structured data from command outputs on network devices. The module depends on a number of regex templates that parse outputs and capture information from it in lists and dictionaries. So here is the first play in our playbook that captures information about SNMP community string from DC1R1 using NTC Show Command module. Let's just run it and use verbose mode to see what will be the content of the variable SNMP community that we are going to register with it. So I'll just show you what this playbook looks like now. So this is the first part, which just registers the SNMP community variable, and then it outputs it with a debug module. Let's run it and see what happens. Great, so we can see that our debug shows us some structured data. We've got a list here called response with two elements, and first of them is a manually configured community string, and the second one is a built-in ILMI SNMP community that we are not going to be using. So now we just need to capture this name from this structured output and put it into a second part of our playbook. And I think it should look something like that. We add another play and run it against all the routers this time, and we use this SNMP community variable that we captured previously, taking the response element of it and taking the element 0 in that list, and again taking the key name, which should refer to our community string. Now you may have noticed that in the playbook that I've edited, I've already got this bit ready, but it was just commented out. So let me uncomment it and we'll run this playbook once again, this time with the second play with iOS config, and we'll try to configure it. Let's see what happens now. Now the first bit will again capture the SNMP community string information, then display it out, and the second one will try to use it to configure that on all the other routers. Now we can see that this have failed now, and it only failed on 3 other routers, not on DC1R1, in which we have captured this information. Why is that? Now, very important thing to remember with Ansible is all the variables that you register, they stay in a context of a device against which the task ran that registered it. So basically in this case, we have captured the information on DC1R1 and registered it to be a variable, but that variable is only available in DC1R1's context. That is a problem that we can work around, because sometimes we do need to capture information on one device and then use that data on other devices. And in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to refer to DC1R1's variable space. And to do that, we are going to use a special variable storage called HostVars. So we are going to amend our second play in the playbook to refer to HostVars, and then within the HostVars we implicitly let our playbook know that we are referring to the namespace of DC1R1 device, and within that space we want to use SNMP community variable, and then the rest of it is exactly the same as it was before. So it's response, element number 0, and key name. Let's amend our playbook and see what happens next. So I'm amending our second task, and here I am adding our special HostVars, and within the HostVars I am specifying in the standard kind of Python dictionary way the device name DC1R1, and within that again we can now use just the dot to refer to the key within that dictionary. And let's save that and try to run it once again. And hopefully this time, if I haven't messed it up, we should see all tasks completing. Yeah, we can see that we've got all of them changed now. And just to confirm, we should now see that community string configured on all the other routers in our topology. Yeah, that worked fine. So here's the deal. Unfortunately, I found it the hard way once trying to configure the tunnel automatically capturing the IP information from one router and then making that a destination for the tunnel on the other router. I spent about the day troubleshooting until I found in the end that I cannot just refer to a variable simply by its name, because only the name refers to a variable within the context of a given device. Now here are two links that might be useful for you. These refer to the NTC Ansible module itself on GitHub and documentation for that module as well on readthedocs.io. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.